Just quickly, bro, I want to mention that I do one-on-one coaching. I want to help you become that young man I know you can be and that you want to be. I will be your accountability partner. I will coach you and we'll have weekly calls. Message me on Instagram or go to the link in the description and sign up to the second tier and we'll start working together. Let's get to the video now. Very few people come online and really tell you the truth about themselves. Some people do, but most people don't. I can tell you the truth about myself, bro, because the young man that I used to be is not the young man I am today. And I've been able to find lessons in a lot of my struggles and all the shit that I've done to just know that you probably struggle with the same things I used to struggle with. We're growing up in a world now that is making our generation soft. We're docile, we're afraid, we're weak, we're fearful, we're scared. And most of us are growing up and that's really taking you into the most crucial years of your life where you're walking around entering your prime or building up to your prime or in your prime as a man, and you're just a bitch. You know it. You can see it. You can sense it. You feel it. I'm going to teach you what you should do as a young man when you feel that softness. You see, there's a difference between being a man who's in control of his emotions, who feels things, who understands things, yet can still persevere, push through, and get on with life, irregardless of feeling a certain way. Everyone talks about masculinity as, well, you should never cry as a man, and that you should, just be a robot and cold to the world and tell people to fuck off. That's not masculinity. Masculinity is someone that, takes responsibility, takes accountability, does what's right, has emotional control, but doesn't mean that he's cold, doesn't mean that he's rude, can feel things but yet not let them influence what he knows that he needs to do. We're growing up now in a generation where we are so fried. We've all got ADHD. We're all messed up. But there's nothing wrong with us. We've just cooked ourselves a bit because we've been on TikTok too much. YouTube, Instagram, watching movies and shows and doing all this stuff. That hasn't really calibrated us to become men with honor, with virtue, who are hardworking, disciplined. And that's created, what our generation has become. You see, I was that way for a very long time. A young man that can't do shit. I didn't feel good, never done what I was supposed to do. I didn't have that oomph, that dog, that raw inside me until I started to realize, hold on, everything is in my control. And that's what we're not being taught in our generation is, our life is ours. And we've been programmed to think, this is the way that we should live. And this is how we should act. And the new app came out and the new movie came out. And did you see this influencer? And look at what they're up to. We've all been conditioned to think about, to act on, to follow stupid shit. What has that done to us? It's made us a bunch of stupid, dumb idiots. Well, I'm going to teach you what you have to do as a young man to start to build yourself up into that man, who's walking through life. Shoulders back, head held high, knowing what he wants, not taking no for an answer, still saying please and thank you and opening a door for a lady, but having that frame, calibration on point, where hold on, I do have something in between my legs that makes me a man. Now I'm fulfilling my natural desires. My innate feeling is now coming out of me. Let's break this open. So, look, if we look at just the most important thing, what's ruining us? Most of you boys are being completely choked by video games, drugs, let's say alcohol as well. You've got porn, you've got social media, and then you've got anxiety, depression, you've got laziness. There's so much that has really ruined our generation. But look at all of these things, right? And this is something that I want you to understand. Video games can be controlled. Throw them away. Sell your console. Limit yourself. Drugs and alcohol. Well, if you're drinking every weekend, doing drugs, you're running away from something, bro. Or you're trying to smash a 2 out of 10 girl, which I know you can do better. So drugs and alcohol is in your control. Porn is in your control. Social media is in your control. Having anxiety and depression in this modern world has been deemed as, these are these scary goblins. There's monsters in your closet. Where to me, the young man that I am that knows anxiety and depression intimately. They were my best friends. I've now realized that they were nothing more than signifiers that I had to start doing shit with my life. Most of the time when we're anxious, when we're depressed, it's because, well, it's a point of reference. You're anxious about this because you don't have control of it. You're depressed over this, but you're not working hard to fix your issue, so you're going to feel a certain way. I want you to get that in your life, everything that is ruining you, you have control of. You just aren't taking action to defeat these bad habits, these things that you're doing. But take a look, an inventory of your life and see what it is. What is it? Is it gambling? Is it prostitutes? Is it sitting there scrolling all day? Is it this fake disease in your mind that you think you got, but you don't actually got? You're just a loser. You need to take an inventory, look at what's defeating you, ruining you, and get rid of them. Get rid of them. That's all you got to do. It's hard, but just because it's hard doesn't mean you don't do it. So once you look at everything, what you now need to do, and this is something that was so difficult for me. I was that start-stop guy. I was that guy that knew what was right for me to do, yet I kept jacking off. I kept playing games. I kept scrolling. I kept doing what I knew that I should have, but I felt like doing it because it allowed me to not sit in sorrow and be a bitch. It allowed me to think, oh no, it made me a bitch, but it allowed me to escape my bitchism. And that's a joke. You see, what we have to realize as men is that we need to have shit to conquer. Innately inside of us, in our DNA, in our wiring, our hardware as men, as masculine men, is to go out and conquer. If you go back to the Bible, to the Quran, to the ancient days, men led, men conquered, men killed, men built. And in this generation, we're building things virtually online. We're playing games. We're doing nothing. We're not conquering. We don't have empires. We don't have the things that we're building. But that's what you need. And you need to look at yourself as an empire. You need to look at yourself literally as this is your character, this is your avatar, this is your empire. I must protect, build, fortify my empire so it is the strongest and nothing can defeat it and I can have everything that I want. So this is what we're going to look at, right? The most important thing, and a lot of people will quit the video after this because it's difficult. But truth is, you wouldn't want these things in life if it wasn't difficult anyway, because that's why you want it. Because it takes effort. It's hard to do it. Everything that you want, no matter what, if you want money, if you want girls, if you want a good body, if you want a nice car, if you want some social status, if you want some respect, all comes to you through doing this, is embracing hardship. Let me get another texter, bro. And it sounds cringe, right? Embrace hardship. Like I'm trying to tell you to become this Sigma male or this cold type of guy. That's not it. But everything in our life has some sort of pull or resistance, right? And most of us, we feel a lot of friction towards the things that we know may benefit us. We know seeing that beautiful girl over there and you're single at the moment, that it would benefit you so much, even if it's for XP points and you just get the win under your belt of approaching. You know the right thing, yet you can't do it because there's friction. You know the right answer is to put down the video games and go to the gym. You know you shouldn't be eating those donuts and fast food all the time, yet you can't stop doing it. Well, that's friction. And you need to run and gravitate and flip your mindset that wherever there is friction, there is resistance. That's where you go. Whenever you feel something like that's hard to do, your whole life needs to be evolved around doing the hard thing. Because it is the hard things in life. You have to break your muscles. You have to try and start a business. You have to approach that girl. You need to work so hard. It's doing the hard things that get you what you want in your life. So if you can flip your mindset, right? And this is the best thing I ever did, is realize that hard and things that go on in your life, whether that's a result of mistakes or you're trying to succeed or anything in between, anything that is hard is a gift. Bro, all my texts, bro, are running out. But you need to look at it like this. You've been given the best gift in the world. You've been given something that will build your avatar, build your character, and you're not taking advantage of it. So I look at everything that's hard in my life, whether it's hitting the gym, whether it's my business, whether it's this or that, or really anything that I do. And I think, okay, well, shit, this is going on. This is happening. This is what it is. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Because this is hard. And I know that whatever it is, I'm going to build my frame, my character from this experience, from this situation. So that's how I've twisted it. I'm like, okay, shit, it's going to be hard to do this thing. Great. Because I know once I achieve it, because my mindset is that I will achieve it or I'll die trying, who I become in that journey, that metamorphosis that takes place inside me, that's what builds me. That's what gives me the life lesson. That's what gives me the self-esteem, the confidence. So look at your life this way and embrace hardship. The next thing you have to do is that you have to build discipline. And no one in our generation is being taught discipline. You're just not. We're taught that if things are hard, to quit. We're taught that, well, you can run away from most of your problems if you pop this pill, or if you numb yourself every weekend and have some fun doing some drugs. Discipline is what separates winners from losers. Discipline is what gives the men that try the result and gives the men that don't try jack shit. So you need to go through life building discipline, and the formula to discipline is so simple. Yes, so many of you guys, you just can't do it. And I won't lie, I was a very undisciplined young man for a long time, until I realized that everything that I want, not only is it behind hardship, it's behind discipline. You need to do what you're supposed to do. Listen to me. Come here. Listen to me. You need to do what you're supposed to do regardless of how you feel. Do you want me to repeat that? You need to do what you're supposed to do regardless of how you feel. No one is motivated 90% of the time to go to the gym, but they go because they are disciplined. So the people that you see with a better body than you, they are disciplined. The people that have the nice car, they weren't motivated to work 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-hour days to save up or work on their business to make that money. But they did it because they are disciplined. The guy with the sexy girl, he is disciplined. Because regardless, some point before he got the girl, he was disciplined enough with the fear inside him to approach that girl, to message her, to go out of his way to try and get some, and he got her because he is disciplined. So you need to look at yourself and look at everyone in the world that is doing a little bit better than you and think, well, they're only more disciplined than me. It wasn't luck. Get that out your mind. They're not lucky. That's all bullshit. They are disciplined individuals. So you need to build discipline by doing what it is that you know that you need to do. And that calibrates you. You start to walk through life with your shoulders back, your head held high, and you get to feel that aura and that change inside you when you know that everything that I'm doing it, and I don't feel like doing it, but I'm doing it anyway. That's what boosts you. That's what makes you strong. That's what allows you to walk through this world, permeating through anything, any challenge, anything that you want, you get because you are disciplined. So build it. Hit the gym. Work on your business. Do what it is that you know that you need to do. Disciplined men get what they want. The next thing, so this is important too. Purpose. And most of us, again, we cringe at this. But your life has to have some meaning. Right? Well, very few people can be about it in a sense where they just want to make money. Because money will only amplify a man, right? If you're a geek or you're a loser, and let's say you get rich with a crypto pump and dump, or you hit the winning ticket lottery and you make all this money, you're only going to amplify the man that you are, right? So if you're a geek, if you're bad with girls, or if you're this or you're that, or you ain't got that discipline, or you've built yourself up and you make money, it's all nonsense. It's going to amplify you. You become a target for people. Genuinely, girls will use you, guys will take advantage of you. You still don't feel good because you never built that internal side. So you need to realize that you have to go through life with a purpose, with a higher sense of achievement than just the ordinary person and what they're trying to achieve. So what is it that you've come here to do on this earth? What is it, bro? If you can figure that out, My purpose, I've always known, is to help young guys because I never had help. Bro, my whole life growing up, I never had a father, never had big brothers. I was a drug addict. I made so many mistakes. I grew up in the ghetto. Bro, that was my whole life for 20, 21 years. I realized that, hold on. I went through this metamorphosis, this change in myself. I know how hard that was, all the shit that I went through. And I just told you 3 or 4 or 5% of it, nothing. I've not gone deep into it. I realized that was what I was called to do. So it doesn't matter. If I had all the money in the world, I'd still be doing this. Genuinely. So what would you do in your life if you had all the money in the world, or that you know that you've been called to do, and do it? And you can make a lot of money, because if you feel like you're never working, no one has to tell me to record videos. No one has to tell me to coach the guys that I'm coaching, my students. No one has to tell me to do anything. I simply want to do this because I know that this is what I've been called to do. So find what your purpose is, because when you can go through life with a purpose, honor, parameters, standards come from that. So when this modern day tries to make you soft, right, with instant gratification, quick dopamine, stupid shit, I've got a mission. I've got a purpose. I know what it is that I want, so nothing will stop me. And when you can wrap this up, right, if you can figure out your purpose, and this is big, and then you start building discipline towards your purpose, right, and then you become that guy that's embracing the hardship, you start to build yourself up into this man world that the world respects. Women want. Men bow, they shake their heads like, yeah, this motherfucker's about it. They know, they nod like, whew, I know he's about it. His frame is on point. Because purposeful men running through life with discipline, with embracing hard things, building themselves up in all areas, getting their body on point, making some money, getting some experience, running towards, like, this stuff builds you up. And in this modern day, bro, you cannot afford to be weak. You can't afford to be weak. And weak really does look if your body's not on point, if you are dead broke and not actively trying to make money, if your whole life is built with bad habits, if you've just not running through life with that raw, that instinctive, that want to conquer feeling. If you're not doing that, then you are genuinely a weak man. If you can't control that tickle in your pants, if you can't stop playing games, if you can't stop just not doing anything, this world will punish you. This world punishes men that are weak. It doesn't punish women that are weak. It doesn't punish women. It punishes weak men. And weak men, if you go back to the primal tribal days, they were killed. They were useless to the tribe. They were fed to the beasts. The game hasn't changed that much, bro. A lot of weak men are becoming incels, never getting married, never having joy and fun and feeling good about themselves. I don't want that to be you. And I know it won't be you, because you're watching my video and you're here to this very moment. So take on board what I've taught you. And if you want to do some coaching with me one-on-one, you want to join an accountability network of young men all winning, message me on Instagram for coaching, or go to the Patreon description in the link in the bio, sign up to the second tier, and we'll do some coaching. I love ya. And I genuinely mean that, bro. I love ya.